Good evening, everybody. It's Joseph Bradley from Amon Ross. It's day 9. I got a message from Spirit for everybody. Just give me 1 minute. Metatron is here. He's gonna be the one relaying the message today. He appears as an old man with a cane. He cracks his back. Now he stands straight up and he has a staff in his hand. Then he is a middle-aged man with the same staff. Young adult shows the young adult building the staff. Then it shows a teenager. Used to spend time watching the sunsets, playing in the fields, and dreaming of what's to come. And he's a child, always asking so many questions. Eyes big, full of life, playing, exploring, running, always looking for new places and new things to do, but always having fun. Then he's a baby in a mother's arms. She's rocking him back and forth. He starts to cry. She feeds him. Then he's in the womb. He's kicking, dreaming about being born, still connected to the spiritual world. Still connected. It shows an energy cord that goes into another baby in another place. But as you look at the baby, you see a spirit that can appear in any way, as a baby, a child, any age in between, up to an old man, hunched over. So who do you choose to be? Do you choose to be a baby? Do you choose to be a child, wide-eyed child, full of dreams? A teenager with hopes for the stars? A middle-aged man? A young adult? An old man? Hunched over with a cane? Or an old man, straight up, straight back? Some of us will live a life to go through all these stages. Some of us will not. Some of us will be afraid to get old. Some of us will not. What do you choose to be? Afraid of getting old, or embracing it as part of a life experience? When you see an old man, what do you see? When you see an old woman, what do you see? When they're struggling, are they actually struggling? You think they're struggling. You think they're taking too much time to walk across the street. But maybe they just don't want to walk fast. Maybe they just want to enjoy the moment of walking. So they're not in a rush anymore. They don't have to be at work. They can just enjoy the walk, enjoy the time in the park. You look at them as being slow, but maybe we all need to slow down, be more like elderly people. There is many that are forced to be slow, that still want to be fast. But there's something about taking your time and enjoying the moment of life, the moment of every day. Taking the time to feed the birds, to watch the insects and butterflies. Just like a child looking under rocks to see what new treasure is hiding underneath. We need to be all of these people. We need to know when to cry when we want something. Or better term used, cry when we need to cry. Instead of feeling like crying is a terrible thing to do, so we don't cry at all. Most of us, tears dry up as we get older. You don't want to be a crybaby, but if there's something that really hurts you, a baby will cry if it gets hurt. We should as well. We should look at life like a child, wide-eyed, exploring everything and anything we come across, not taking life for granted. Be like the teenager that has huge dreams of what to do in life. The young adult that thinks they know everything. That they're getting old now. That life has slowed. And that there's no point of may as well just stick to what I'm doing. Because I am old. So I can't possibly climb that mountain now. I can't possibly go on that trip. Then there's a middle-aged man. He knows now that the young adult wasn't old at all. Why did you think back then that he couldn't do all these things? Why did you think that he was getting old when he was so young? The middle-aged man looks at life differently as well. Sometimes he is established and sometimes he is completely lost on what to do next. Sometimes he'll give up everything to go follow his dreams and also regrets that he didn't do it when he was younger. Or just knows that now is the right time to do it. Because he's wise enough to be able to do it. Why, when he was younger, he would have failed at the same feat. But now, with life underneath his belt, he's able to go out and do the things that he couldn't have done when he was younger. And be able to follow those dreams with confidence. And you have an old man, straight-backed with a cane, looking back at his life and saying, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything at all, because I lived my life. I was blessed to grow old. I embraced life my whole life. And now, the days pass quickly now. My time is short on this earth. You have the old man hunched back with the cane, thinking, I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to enjoy my life. The cane is there to help him walk, because he will not give up, even though his legs are. He still has the strength to walk forward, the strength to live instead of giving up. The old man with the cane. A young man sits beside him. He kicks the food over and laughs at the old man and walks away. Another man, young man, walks over, picks up the food and gives it back to the old man. He sits down beside the old man and starts feeding the birds with him. The old man tells him all kinds of stories about life. Which young man are you? Are you the one that kicked over the old man like he was useless, a waste of space? Or were you the one that revered him, listened to his stories, and respected him because he lived his whole life and he survived it? He endured it. Old people deserve respect. Old people deserve to be loved. They deserved for the stories to be told because they lived their life. They did not give up. So you can choose to live your life any way you want. The question is how do you want to live your life? Respecting life or laughing at it, killing it, disrespecting it? That is the whole choice, isn't it? How do you want to go through life? Like, do you want to live your life and go through your life? All the parts of life, every age is a learning experience. What do you want to choose? There is no specific time that is more important than the other. No specific age that is more important than another. Every stage of life has its blessings and learning experiences. So every single person at any age should be shown respect and dignity and love so they can be the best they can be. The old man that was sitting on the bench, if he got kicked every single day, kicked his food over, laughed, mocked at, how do you think that's going to make him feel? What happens if that man was an archangel and you treated him like dirt? Would that make you treat him any differently? What happens if that old man was Metatron? What happens if that old man was Jesus? What happens if that old man was reflection, a pure reflection of God? What happens if that old man was just a normal guy that's loved his whole life, worked and strived to be happy, filled as many people with love as he could, helped out whenever he could? What happens if that old man won tons of medals? What happens if that old man was the father that his children loved so much and he outlived them? You see, it doesn't really matter who the old man is. Every human being deserves forgiveness, respect, and love. So next time an old man walks across the street, an old woman walks across the street, and you're on your way to work, and they're taking their time because either they want to or they have no choice because they're disabled. Their legs don't work as well, and he having a hard time walking. Why not wave at him, open your window and say, "Keep up the good work. Never give up." Because if the old man is walking with a cane and is struggling, it means he's not giving up. He deserves respect. Not to be yelled at and ridiculed so he can just go home and feel he's useless. And why would he even bother walking anymore? Instead, walk alongside him. Take your time with him. Tell him that you respect him for not giving up, even since he has to use a cane. When are we going to start treating each other with respect and understanding? We're so quick to judge. We're so quick to point fingers. We're so quick to yell at each other because we're under so much pressure of life that we forget that not everybody is under the same pressure. Everybody has their own crosses to bear, their own weight, their own suffering. See, it really doesn't matter if the old man was Metatron or a war hero, a firefighter, a normal man, a farmer, even a homeless person. They deserve respect because they never gave up on life. And when they do give up on life, why aren't we there to help them stand back up and walk with a cane if necessary? or wheel them around in a wheelchair, visit them at the nursing home, tell them how much you respect and love them so they don't feel useless, they don't feel disrespected, they feel like a human being. There's many, many societies and cultures that respect old people. The children sit around in circles. Eyes are big, ears are wide, open to listen to the stories that they say, the knowledge that they can share. That is a message from Metatron. I'm Joseph Bradley from Amun Ross. Thank you very much and have a great day.